Planning.
Planning. Okay. What to plan?
Classes.
Very good. Classes. Then
Subjects.
subject. Excellent.
Scheduling.
Scheduling. Period. Okay. So we are going to look into the timetable, which is nothing but the method, or it is known as the second law. Okay. What is called timetable? It is the second law. Moreover, you can also say it's the mirror of the school. Right? So we are going to schedule how this timetable is planned. We are going to look into how it is scheduled. What are the principles to be carried out while we are fixing this timetable. Okay. So some factors are here like working hours. Okay, the first point when right we are talking about the timetable is working hours. How many hours we need to work in a school? Okay, in a school, how many hours we are going to work? The students are going to be taking for a whole day, or whether the students are going to be a half day. There are some schools, right? Yes, the schools may be running full day, like up to 3 p.m. and some schools like they will leave the students in the afternoon session. Very good. So we have the scheduling. Okay, so that is called as working hours. Then time. At what time it begins? That is the school time when it begins and each day how it ends. The name of the subject. Whether we are going to specify any subject in the timetable or not. Okay, the specification of the subject as well as the teacher who is going to take up the subject which matters in the timetable. Okay, and the working days. Okay, how many working days should be there in a week? Very good. So how many days you are working? Very good. 5 to 6 days, right? So in that 5 to 6 days, we are going to allot the subject as well as the timing for the students to be scheduled in the school. Okay. So name of the teacher for particular subject. It is mandatory to find the subject as well as to fix the teacher name in the timetable so that the students will come to know which teacher is allotted for which subject. Okay. The students should have a clarity on the subject as well as for the teacher. The teacher who is going to take up that particular subject. Then the length of the period. So in a class we should concentrate on the period wise, isn't it? Each and every period is allotted. So how the period should be allotted? It shouldn't go a lengthy hour, right? It should be allotted within 40 minutes or 45 minutes. Only the span of attention the children will have very less. So at that time the student has to be allotted a specific duration of period to be set for a class. Okay. Then comes the venue. Right? While we are talking about this venue, so what comes to your mind about the venue? The place, isn't it? The classroom, the classroom. So, like classroom, it's not only we have to plan for the classroom, right? The students should be moving outside. So, which period, which period the students are in the classroom, and if it is allotted any lab or any playground like PT hour, those things should be mandatory known to the students in the venue. Okay. So, what are the things comes under this timetable? Basically, it goes with the working hours. Any one of you can raise from your place and you can tell.
Working hours.
Working hours.
Time of
Beginning and the
evening.
end of the each day. Okay, right? Then
Name of subject.
Name of subject taught at specific time. Okay, then the working days. Then
Name of teacher for particular
subject. Then length of the period, then comes the venue of the period. Okay, where the students are going to be placed. For example, if they are having any lab class mix, the student has to go to the physics lab, it's physics lab. Then if it is chemistry lab, chemistry lab. Likewise, the student has to know the venue. And also one more thing we have to add: the time of the beginning, time and beginning of each class. Okay, at what time the class begins, right? So these are the things to be carried out to have the timetable. Okay. So did you understand?